Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. That's it. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and got everything that you wanted on your Christmas gift list. And also, it's not all about gifts, it's all about, praising the Lord and celebrating the birth of Christ, whether you at church, whether you're home, reading the Bible, reading the scripture, just being grateful that Christ was born and just celebrating the birth of Christ, if that makes sense. And I hope everyone had a wonderful, blessed, and safe Christmas. And I hope no one had to work. Just relax and catch up on Netflix shows, watching football games, etc., etc., etc. So welcome back to my channel. That's it. Really appreciate each and one of you. So let's get right to it. Let's get started. So I want to talk about Erika Kirk, and I just have this question of what is she doing? Like, what is she doing in MFest meeting, inviting some people to MFest? You know what I mean? And I just feel like something isn't right. And I just have a question for you guys. Do you think Erika Kirk actually is damaging Charlie Kirk's legacy, or is this being blown out of proportion? That's the question that I'm asking you guys, because a lot of people are talking about MFest, American MFest, how Erika Kirk invited Nicki Minaj, Ben Shapiro. And like I said, I watched bits and pieces of it, but then when she had Nicki Minaj on stage, I'm like, what is she doing? Like, what does Nicki Minaj have to represent? Honestly, and this is not me, throwing shades at Nicki Minaj. I'm like, what does she have to bring to the table? Is she Christian? Is she Catholic? Did she turn her life to God? What is it? I'm not quite sure. And she's praising Donald Trump, President Trump. And correct me if I'm wrong. I know in the past she really distinctly didn't like Trump, and she was very against Donald Trump, and she very bad bash, mouth bash, mouth. You get what I'm saying. She really talked ill of Donald Trump, and now she has a change of heart, which a lot of us can have a change of heart about certain people and have different perspective of someone. But she really went hard on Donald Trump long time ago, and now she's like praising him, like praising him like she just absolutely loved Donald Trump. This is Nicki Minaj, she's pro-Trump, and good for her. Good for her. Good for her being, standing by Donald Trump and agreeing with his policies and everything. Good for her. You know what? Everyone has a right to change their mind and have different perspective. But what I have to say is, it's just very weird that Erika Kirk invited her, because I just feel like it just really backlash on Nicki Minaj and Erika Kirk as well, because Nicki Minaj is just like, basically like, what's the word? Not educating, but just telling how Black women should be, how Black men should be, like basically being a parent and just schooling us how to be. And I'm like, who is she? I know she's a famous rapper and everything, but who is she to tell us how to behave, how to act, how to do certain things when she's haven't been living Christ-like? Honestly, I don't think she has. You know what I mean? Not to my knowledge. And frankly, Charlie Kirk, he didn't really agree with Nicki Minaj, what you call it? I want to say behavior, her activities and what she has to represent. I don't think he approved of that. And Erika Kirk knew this too. And for her to invite Nicki Minaj is just very, very crazy to me. So take a listen to what Charlie Kirk had to say about Nicki Minaj and how she doesn't represent Black young women, which I agree, unless she turned her life into Christ and she changed and she's no longer with her lifestyle, or she's not listening to certain music. But I don't believe that she's turned her life to Christ, and that's the really confusing part, that Erika invited her to American Fest. I don't understand it. I don't get it, and I just feel like Charlie Kirk wouldn't approve this if he was alive, because he never ever invited Nicki Minaj in none of his events, not Turning Point USA, not Faith, Turning Point, not American MFest, and another one that I can't mention on the top of my head. He never invited her. So why did Erica invited her? If she was trying to switch things up, make things different, make things unique, when I believe that she made it even worse, in my opinion, and something didn't feel right when she invited her, invited Ben Shapiro either. But take a listen to what Charlie Kirk had to say about Nicki Minaj and how she doesn't represent young women. So take a listen. Bye, Nikki. So remove this and let's go. Hold on for 1 second. There we go.
Held captive by influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls.
Pause. I agree. She's not a role model. For 18-year-old young girl, she's not a role model at all. And I agree with Charlie Kirk. And for Erica to invite her to MFest is just mind-boggling to me. How she's representing young women, how she's representing young men. I don't understand what Erica is doing. I really don't. I don't know who is talking to her in her ears, but this is just a backlash, failure.
I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly, I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But by the way, the role models of the 1940s and 50s for Black America were completely different.
So it is a representation issue.
Hold on a second. No, not representation. It's who do you get your art from? It's what values are they putting forward? It's the question of every day, for example, more times than not, black politicians will lament the condition of America. It's systemically racist. It's terrible. What does that do to a 14-year-old black kid if you just find that you hear that everything is rigged against you? Instead, they should be saying, hey, there might be some barriers, but if you believe in yourself enough, you can achieve in this country.
Amen to that, Charlie. Amen. And rest in peace. Rest in peace. Amen. And I agree with that. What does she has to represent? Excuse me. What does Nicki Minaj have to bring to the table for black young women, black young girls? Nothing, to be quite honest. She has nothing to bring to the table. So it's just mind-boggling that she was at that stage. Erika Kirk asked her a question. She just talked about a lot of nonsense, a lot of nonsense. And then she had a lot of her followers no longer unfollow her, okay? I'm going to show you a clip of Nicki Minaj talking about Donald Trump and her exact wrong words on stage with Erika Kirk. It didn't make any sense. And I'm like, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? But take a listen to what Nicki Minaj had to say when Erika Kirk asked her a question about Donald Trump. Take a listen.
Role models like the assassin.
Oh, sorry. Wrong clip. Wrong clip I'm showing you guys, so forgive me. This is the right clip about President.
But he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not...
Didn't she bad mouth? I can't even say the word. Didn't she spoke ill about Donald Trump, how he is a pervert, how he had multiple women and stuff like that. I guess, you can have a change of heart. I guess you can have a different perspective of someone, but she went really hard. She like bad. What is it, Apollo? Bad mouth. I can't even say the word. I can't even think of the word right now. But you get where I'm getting at, and what word I'm trying to say. Okay, because I just can't say it. It just can't come out right. But she was just talking really trash about Donald Trump, and now she's saying that she understands how Donald Trump feels and how people were just being mean and talking trash about Donald Trump in the past, and then until you lived in his shoes, then you can relate. Blah 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 blah. What does she mean? Like I know what she means, but what's the whole point of her here in MFest? That's the $1,000,000 question. Like, what is she talking about? Honestly, she could just easily post that on her Instagram or her TikTok page. But for her to talk about President Trump, I don't even know what she's talking about, to be honest with you. But please, someone clarify it for me, because I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Maybe Nick and Nanj can explain it to me.
And it's just not fair. But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very
Different
uncanny
roles.
ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're
Elaborate. What do you mean?
Don't you guys agree? They
No.
haven't lost touch of the world. They're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Now, do you think she believed what she's saying? I just feel like she's just giving a lot of word salad. I think she just says things that just pops up in her head. That's just my perspective, what I'm reading, what I'm getting at from her. I don't think she believed what she's saying. I think things that coming up in her head, she's just going with the flow, because this is actually live. This is not pre-recorded or telescript or whatever. And I just feel like she's just going with the flow. That's the sense that I'm getting. She's just going with the flow. And then the next thing that she's talking about, J.D. Vance being an assassin. What's that even mean? Seriously, what does that mean, assassin? I need clarification. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean? That's what I want to know. What do you mean by that? Doesn't make any sense, but take a listen to what she had to say about J.D. Vance of him being assassin. What does that mean? I need clarification, you guys. What does that mean? Does that even make sense? I don't know. What the hell do I know?
Our vice president. And when I say that,
trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine.
Like it seemed like she's getting aroused or getting turned on by J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance. And yeah, he's a very handsome man, and he's married and have 2 children, I believe 2 or 3 children. But it's like, why you? It seemed like she's lusting after J.D. Vance. Like, and then Erika Kirk said, "Yeah, I know. What is this?" Again, to me, it seems like very inappropriate. Again, why she's there? Why? What does she has to represent for young American women and men? Nothing at all. My gosh, if Charlie Kirk was actually buried, he'd be turning over his grave, because he'd be like utterly disgusted. Like he's probably thinking to himself, what the hell is my wife doing? What is she thinking, bringing this woman, this artist, to AmericaFest? What does she has to bring to the table? What does she have to bring to the table, you guys? Absolutely nothing.
Yes, we did. I love you. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord. And
okay, but again, I haven't seen anything that Nicki Minaj has represent about God. Maybe in closed doors. I just don't understand. It's like when Charlie Kirk was alive, correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen any knowledge of Erika Kirk praising Nicki Minaj like that when Charlie Kirk was alive, when her husband was alive. You know, she was more of a stay-at-home mom taking care of her 2 babies. And Charlie Kirk was, you know, running the operation of Turning Point. And I'm sorry, every clipping that I have seen of Charlie Kirk when he was alive, Nicki Minaj was not present at all. So I don't understand the stance. I really don't. Again, maybe, you know, Nicki Minaj turned her life into Christ. Maybe she's a different woman now. But I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. Have you guys? Or maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. I have no idea.
words are words, but I know her heart, and it doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. I will not judge.
This is just crazy. Anyway, last thing I want to show you about Erika Kirk and Nicki Minaj. My thing is, if she's really, really, truly into God and truly into her faith, and Erika Kirk asked her a question about her faith in God, and it seemed like Nicki Minaj had a real struggle of answering the question. But you know what? I'm just going to stop talking and let you listen to the question that was given to Nicki Minaj and see how maybe I'm seeing it differently, or I'm just looking at it differently, but she had a real struggle answering that question. Take a listen.
Ask you in closing, what is something that you want to leave as a legacy in this world for your family, for your baby, for just everything?
Well,
Pause. That's not a hard question. That's an easy thing to answer. For me, if Erika Kirk asks me that, if something happens to me when I leave behind, and what I want people to know, I want people to know that I'm a good person. I want to know people to know that I put God first, my family next, my friends. You know what I mean? I want people to know that I gave it my all to help people and to help my community and to be a better person. You know, I want something that my children can be proud of, my husband can be proud of, my friends and my family can be proud of. You know what I mean? That's what I want to leave. I want to leave that. And I want to know that I did my best to do what God wanted me to do on this earth. That I did everything that I can to help my community, to help my people, to do the best that I can and keep it and kept running the race. It's that simple. It took her like a good minute to answer that question. It's not that hard, especially if you're in Christ and you surrender your life and you surrender your life to God. That's an easy question to answer. No question, full stop. But she had to think for a second.
That it's okay to change your mind.
You think she had to think?
It's okay to change your mind. You don't have to, you know, sometimes there's a lot of things projected onto you when you change your own mind. You know, they project fear, shame onto people who don't think and do as they think and do.
That's what you mean.
But I've traveled the world. I've performed for huge crowds all around the world. And no matter how many songs I do on that stage, it didn't mean as much as this. Because this is a direct link for younger people. This is a direct link between young people and God. And there's been a lack of that. There's been a lack of that in our media, in our everyday conversations. People have been, interestingly enough, people have been Christians have been being persecuted right here in our country in different ways. So when we talk about Nigeria and other countries, know that prior administrations saw nothing wrong with that. And that's what was wrong with them.
I don't know why people are applauding. I have no idea what she's saying, to be honest with you. I have no idea. And people are just applauding like she's making sense. She makes no sense to me. Again, I would like to know what the hell she's talking about. Yes, Christians are being persecuted all over the world, especially what happened in Nigeria, here in the United States, other countries as well. Yes, I agree. But again, where are you getting at with all this? That's the thing I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to resonate what she's talking about, and I'm not resonating what she's saying. I really don't. Do you guys? Or is it just me? I don't know.
I truly feel that there are people out there who felt good about chastising Christians right here in our country.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's kind of really, really sick. We can't let people like that be in power, you guys. That's the truth. I can sugarcoat it and laugh and kiki, but the truth is, I am here today to tell you guys that. We absolutely cannot let people who have a problem with us worshiping God, we cannot have them in power.
Right. So maybe Trump needs to get rid of the pedophile that's ruling our government. Maybe have some accountability of these pedophiles, these perverts are having sex with underage girls or boys as well. Maybe, because they having the power right now and not having people take accountability what happened decades ago with Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe we should be saying that. Yes.
We cannot have them in power.
We cannot have them in power, I agree. But, unfortunately, they are in power. They are, sadly to say. Now, next clipping that I want to share with you guys, and the reason why I'm laughing, because Tim Dillon, he is so funny. I love his show. He's just hilarious. And he had a lot to say about Erika Kirk and Turning Point and JD Vance and all that stuff. And I agree with him, everything that he said. And he's not bad. I can't even say it. I can't even think of the word. It's in my head, but it can't come out of my mouth. He's not like, I feel like he is going hard on Erika Kirk, but there's no but. In a, what is that, joking way? I feel like he's being half serious, half joking around, but he's really being serious. He's just hilarious. So take a listen to what he had to say about Turning Point and how it's an abomination. It's so funny with the way he said it, abomination. So take a listen to what Tim Dillon had to say.
Bells, silver bells, soon it will be Christmas Day. Hello, everyone. And you know what? I don't care if that woman killed her husband. It's Christmas. I don't care. It's Christmas. And I'm forgiving everyone. And I'm happy to be here with all of you because we're about to start a new year. And it's a time for hope. And we don't want to get mired in the past. We want to go forward to the future. And this Turning Point kind of abomination, that the right wing of this country has turned into like a bad reality show, And it's all of the fault of everyone, by the way. It's the fault of everyone speaking and everyone attending. And there's nobody that gets everything about this.
Before he continues, I have to agree with it. Everything. The people that, except for the exception of Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, a few other people that was there, but the rest was just faking gay. It was just a lot of performative. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It just didn't look right to me. I just feel like it was just not the same because Charlie Kirk wasn't there. And I believe in my hearts and hearts that if Charlie Kirk was alive, he wouldn't approve some of this stuff. He wouldn't approve Ben Shapiro to attend to Turning Point. He definitely would not approve Nicki Minaj. That's for sure, because you heard it from the horse's mouth in his video that Nicki Minaj is not a role model to young women. Okay, and for her to lecture how Black women should be and lecture men like she is the parent of us, it's just a no-no. It's just a no-no. So I don't know.
Is weird and uncomfortable for everyone. And I'm not saying she killed her husband or knew about it or whatever. I'm saying the guy got shot 3 months ago and she walks out to a pyrotechnic display and then she goes, we're going to elect JD Vance. It's weird that that's where her head is at. It's difficult for many people to relate to. It's not relatable for people that talked about how Hollywood isn't relatable and Hollywood is out of touch. This looks a lot like Hollywood.
Agreed. 100% I agree with Tim Dillon. Okay, this seems like a Hollywood special effect performance, and it doesn't seem like Turning Point, like when Charlie Kirk was alive. And I could be wrong, but that's the feeling that I got when I was watching it. It doesn't seem that way. It just seemed like all Hollywood. And it's a damn shame that it had to be like that. Damn shame. It's just weird.
To most people. And to go out through a stream of fireworks and sparklers and stand there in a glittering pantsuit and talk about electing JD Vance.
I agree. It's 2025 going to 2026. JD Vance have a long way to go. You know what I mean? Just for Erika to talk about it and to appoint JD Vance as the next president, it's too soon. 3 months, your husband just got killed, got assassinated, and you talking about JD Vance? It's just weird to me. Very weird, very uncomfortable, like Tim Dillon said. And it's just off. Again, something doesn't feel right. Like she's promoting JD Vance already. Like President Trump have 3 more years to go, you guys, before he's out. It's just weird. Next video that I'm going to show you is, again, Tim Dillon talking more about Turning Point USA. So take a listen to what Tim had to say again about Turning Point. Let's just get rid of this and go here.
Why are you mad about the money? I'm saying the guy got shot 3 months ago and she walks out to a pyrotechnic display. I mean, let's take a listen here to her. Yeah, I just, and the woman's been through a lot.
Agreed.
And I know that, people are going to accuse me of being insensitive.
I'm not accusing you.
She feels like she's handling this death better than anyone I've ever seen. And by the way.
And I have to say before Tim goes further, I agree. Everyone handles grief differently. Some people, when they witness or experience a tragic death or anything like that, people handle it different. People, how they handle grief, they work. Some people stay home and depress and not do anything and just stay in their room or in their bed all day. Everyone grieves differently, okay? And that's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has to go through their thought process how to handle a tragic thing like that, especially what happened to Charlie Kirk. Erica's, you know what I mean? And she's just different. And that's no fault to her. Everyone has to go through their own ways of how to deal with things. But it's just certain things, the way she goes about it, act like Charlie Kirk is still alive, even though I know that he's dead. He couldn't survive that bullet. It's just the way of her behavior. You know what I mean? The things that she's seen that other people also has pointed out as well. It's not just me, it's just other people. And that's what Tim Dillon is explaining.
Hey, kudos to her strength. I've never seen a human being bounce back like this. And to go out through a stream of fireworks and sparklers and stand there in a glittering pantsuit, and 3 months after your husband was killed, many people feel that there is something off about that. And
well, the show must go on, even though Charlie Kirk been dead for 3 months. Turning Point must go on. They need money. They need money from sponsors and donors and people. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's a running machine. It's a running organization. So yeah, it's all about the money, obviously, and that's what she's doing. She is the CEO. You know what I mean? She is the face now of Turning Point. So at the end of the day, it's always about the money. For me, 3 months after my husband died, I think I can put that on pause and focus on my babies and have someone else, a COO, take care of the organization until I get my shit together. Excuse me. Until I get myself together, until I learn more stuff about the organization that I know that I'm going to be equipped to running, I'm just going to put a pause on that. That's just me. Okay. Again, everyone deals grief differently. I don't think I would be the one that dealing with a company and then my babies and then, you know, the death of my husband and then figure out funeral arrangements and stuff like that. That's just me. That's just me. Again, kudos to her. You know, God is with her and God is giving her that strength for her to continue her husband's legacy. But I feel like she is hurting her husband's legacy. I feel like, you know, Turning Point may be, I don't know, it can go well or it can just go to the ground. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. But continue on, Tim.
And we're starting to see that political people are the exact same thing as
100%.
the Hollywood elites that they all love to dunk on. And we all look at this. This is Megan Thee Stallion twerking at the Kamala rally. This is deeply unsettling to a lot of people. It feels like you're being played. You feel it. It seems off. You feel like this is a coordinated and choreographed spectacle so that you are played. They want your money. That's
100%.
what they got mad at Kansas about. They're like, why are you telling people not to give us money?
Exactly. It's all about the money because Candace Owens told people don't donate and they got mad. Erika Kirk and other people got mad at Turning Point, like, what the hell are you doing? And that's why they had that private meeting on December 15th, okay? They were getting upset because a lot of people listen to Candace Owens because Candace Owens has a huge followers, okay? And they got upset. So that's why they're doing all this. It's all about the money, which is so sad, and it shouldn't be all about the money. And my thing is, I just want to circle back because I just had a thought. There's supposed to be a faith organization, okay? It shouldn't be all about money, okay? God would take care of everything. God would take care of the rest. And it seems like they're not trusting in that. They're not trusting in God's will, what God can do for that organization. And what they're doing is just keep pushing to get donors, to get people to donate and give money when that's not what it should be all about, period. It shouldn't be all about. That's why Tim Dillon saying that this seems very off. This seems very Hollywood. I kept saying this is feel very off. It just feels very weird. You know, nothing is the same. Nothing is the same, and nothing will ever be the same again because Charlie Kirk is no longer here to represent his organization. And now his wife is the CEO, and I just feel like she's just not really doing a good job, in my honest opinion. And this is not me, you know, putting her down because she's a grieving widow. I'm criticizing her as a CEO of Turning Point. Two separate things. Two separate things.
She's also saying you killed the guy. Why are you mad about the money? They're just mad that they're not getting money. They want your money, and they want to be celebrities. You know, and okay, some of them are, but it just feels odd. This is everything they hate, that they don't like, that they're not about. They're not about this stuff. They believe in the sacred family and tradition.
They're not about this life. That's what I'm saying. They're not about this life. All about money, 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 money. Not about worshiping God, praising God. They're just using God as just a scapegoat, which is utterly disgusting to me. Because if it was all about God, just like Tim Dillon said, you wouldn't be worrying about the money. You'd just be worrying about what God can direct you and what you can do to help other people. And God will take care of the rest because he is our savior. He is the way, the life, and the truth. And if some people just use God as an excuse, use God as a scripture, as a crutch, and use the scriptures as well. Okay? Nothing tradition about this whole turning point seems real to me.
And blah, 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 blah. And the women are in the house with the kids and what? What part of the traditionalism is the pyrotechnics and the fireworks? And it feels really weird.
Very weird. I agree. Last video I'm going to share with you guys is Tim Dillon talking about J.D. Vance and how Erika Kirk is just really praising J.D. Vance and how they're going to help him to be elected for the next president of the United States. And we're all saying it's so early to even do that. It's so early to promote that. President Trump is still president. He has 3 more years to go. So why even do it so early? And it's 3 months since your husband got murdered. Very weird, but take a listen to what Tim had to say about this.
Elect J.D. Vance. The election's 3 years away.
3 years away.
There's something deeply unsettling about this spectacle. It makes Mamdani and AOC look great.
Mamdani.
The far left in this country, the Graham Plattners, they've been, again, a lot of their policies I wouldn't love, but they seem mature and dignified. Truly. Because this has become like a weird quasi-religious undertaking that involves glittering sequin gowns and appeals for more and more money, and it feels righteous gemstones. It's righteous gemstones coded a little bit. You know, I don't get it. I don't know.
Anyway, at the end of the day, all of us seem fake and gay. And that's what Tim Dillon is trying to say in his own words. And I don't want to put words in his mouth. It just seems all fake and gay. And I'm honestly disappointed how it turned out. AmericaFest. It could have been 10 times better, but it wasn't. A lot of people, like I said, the whole event was off. The people that appear on AmericaFest didn't need to be there, in my honest opinion. You have Ben Shapiro throwing a tantrum, throwing a ramp at Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and have nothing to do with faith, nothing to do with the organization, nothing to do about that. Just basically just talking ill about people. And that's not what people should do. You know what I mean? Everyone has a right to have an opinion about certain things, whether you agree with them or not. But just to deplatform them or have other people, or you telling other people to deplatform them and condemn them because they believe in something and something that doesn't seem right in their eyes, that they shouldn't be talking about it. They shouldn't be asking questions. You should be asking questions. Questions are important to ask. And when we ask the important questions, I don't think that we should be shunned. I don't think we should keep our mouth shut because we're asking the important questions. Maybe you just don't like the question that's been given to you or being asked of you. And that's your problem, not mine. I'm just asking a simple question. And when people get defensive and start calling me names and start calling other people names, that looks very suspicious to me because it shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable if someone's asking you a simple question. Anyhow, I know I'm rambling on. Before I let you go, guys, and thank you so much for joining in this live on a Friday. I know a lot of people are on vacation because it's Christmas weekend or after Christmas weekend. But I just want to show you this last video, and I did mention this previously about the photo booth of our recreated, of the tent of where Charlie Kirk got murdered. And they had this on AmericaFest. To me, that is very weird to recreate a photo booth tent where your husband got shot 3 months ago and for people to take pictures. That's just weird, okay? I can understand if it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but Charlie Kirk been dead for 3 months. That's too early, too soon, and too weird, okay? Too weird. But take a listen to this gentleman on TikTok when he said it's just very weird. A lot of people saying it's weird. I personally would not do that if my husband has been dead for 3 months. It's just distasteful. It's just tacky. It's just disgusting. It's just creepy. But I guess people do things very differently in their own grieving process. So take a listen to this. Take a watch or listen, whatever, to this video.
AmFest, AmericaFest, you can take a photo inside the recreated setting that Charlie Kirk was assassinated at. Why?
Yeah, why?
What?
Me. This is a recreation of the tent where Charlie Kirk lost his life at Utah University in September, and people are taking selfies with it. You can see
They even put a ring light. I'm trying to rationalize it in my mind. Like, I guess I was just in Dallas.
Rationalize.
People do take photos
Can't rationalize.
where JFK was shot, but this happened 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
And they're smiling in these photos. I don't know what to say.
Me either. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. That's just very weird. I don't know. I don't know whose bright idea to do this. I would like to know who signed off on this. Who signed off on this to have that tent recreate of where Charlie Kirk got murdered? How that is how that is beneficial, which is not, is weird. I wonder who signed off that. Me, I would have absolutely not. We're not doing that. It's just distasteful. It's 3 months since my husband just got killed, and you're just gonna put a tent where he got murdered, where he got assassinated. Are you crazy? That's what I would have said. Are you crazy? But again, I don't know what happens to closed doors. Who approved this? It's just really weird. And whoever approved this should be fired, in my opinion. Should be fired. Point blank, period, full stop. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say. I don't want to keep you guys any further. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and one of you, and stay safe and have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I will see you guys live probably on Monday. Take care. God bless. I love you all. And thank you again for your support, for your love, for your kindness, for commenting, for just showing me love. And I really appreciate each and one of you. So take care. God bless and have a great week.